Rabobank champion hurdle, and the great servant Thousand Stars, the grey, leads the champions past and present on the run to the first of 9 flights. Rock on Ruby and Hurricane Fly, followed by Rebel Fitz, then So Young and Midnight Game as they jump the first flight and head up to past the stands, with in front Thousand Stars and Punchestown, and stretching on by 2.5 lengths from Rock on Ruby and Noel Fairley in second. In third is Hurricane Fly, the reigning champion, bidding for 4th successive victory in this race, and these are being followed by Rebel Fitz, So Young and Midnight Game as the field of 6 climb up towards the second flight, with Thousand Stars the leader from Rock on Ruby second, and third place Hurricane Fly. Rebel Fitz, then So Young and Midnight Game as they jump flight number 2. Swinging right-handed now to go to the third, with Thousand Stars Punchestown in front by 2 lengths to Rock on Ruby and Noel Fairley second, 1.5 lengths to Hurricane Fly and Ruby Walsh in third, the long odds-on favourite, and then Rebel Fitz, Barry Geraghty, So Young, David Casey, Midnight Game, Davy Russell. They're already at the third flight and heading downhill away from it, with Thousand Stars bowling along over 3 lengths in front of Rock on Ruby in second, aiming to get his own back on his old adversary Hurricane Fly as they renew rivalry in this Punchestown version. Making the descent down now towards the 4th flight, with Thousand Stars out in front of Rock on Ruby and third Hurricane Fly, then Rebel Fitz, So Young and Midnight Game. Racing now to flight number 4, which will bring them right over on the far side, with Thousand Stars over in front of Rock on Ruby in second, and third is Hurricane Fly, and these are being followed by Rebel Fitz, So Young and Midnight Game. There's absolutely no change in the order from top to bottom as they swing now to race to the 5th flight at the halfway stage, with Thousand Stars leading by 1.5 lengths to Rock on Ruby, then a little over 1 length to Hurricane Fly. Rebel Fitz is 4th, and at 5th place So Young. Midnight Game remains the back marker. Now reaching the first of the flights down the back straight. This will be the 5th at the halfway point. Thousand Stars continues in front of Rock on Ruby, and on the inside Hurricane Fly in the royal blue and green colours over this flight, being followed by Rebel Fitz, So Young, Midnight Game. Continuing halfway down the back straight, they're almost now at the 4th flight from the finish, and it's Thousand Stars in the lead from Rock on Ruby and Hurricane Fly, then Rebel Fitz, So Young and Midnight Game. Turning now to race with 5 furlongs to go and 3 left to jump, and it is Thousand Stars with Rock on Ruby moving right up to share the lead. They're stalked 1.5 lengths back by Hurricane Fly, couple of lengths to Rebel Fitz, then So Young and Midnight Game as they turn out of the back straight now. They're on the run to the 3rd last flight, and it's Thousand Stars who just leads Rock on Ruby, 2 lengths to Hurricane Fly. Rebel Fitz, So Young, Midnight Game at 3 flights from home. Thousand Stars is still with the advantage, heading now towards the 2nd last from Rock on Ruby. Hurricane Fly on the inside, followed by Rebel Fitz, who's niggled So Young, Midnight Game. Coming out of the 2nd last flight, Rock on Ruby lands fractionally in front of Thousand Stars. Hurricane Fly in between horses, Rebel Fitz on the outside, and then comes So Young, and a break to Midnight Game. Racing round the home turn now, and it is Rock on Ruby. The Fly is moving up menacingly on the outside. Thousand Stars has dropped back, then So Young. Rebel Fitz on the run to the final flight, and Hurricane Fly on a tight rein. Ruby Walsh comes through the lead, goes away in strides from Rock on Ruby. Thousand Stars, So Young is running on, then Rebel Fitz, but at the final flight, Hurricane Fly over 3-4 lengths clear. It's growing all the time. It's Hurricane Fly as per usual. It's been a perfect year, and it's an unbelievable 16 grade ones for Willie Mullins. Crack 2-baller, and gets a great reception from the crowd. Hurricane Fly, 4 Rabobank champions in a row. Thousand Stars second, and Rock on Ruby, So Young. Rebel Fitz and Midnight Game was always last.